Hi, today I'll be going over the new report for the Hmong Ceremony Helper software. The new report is the Hmong Cost Listing Report. It's in version 2.5, and if you click on, once you log into the application, you go to the Weddings tab, and I'm going to open here my active weddings. Okay, and then if you go to the Finance tab here, you see that there's an item here, and there's quite a few objects here. If you scroll to the right here with your mouse, you can kind of see some of the other items here, but there's a new report, and I'll show you here. I'm gonna click on this little icon to give me a new line here. Okay, so for each line item here, for example, this first line item here, I'll just put in my name here. Okay, and I'll put in, let's say, today's date. Okay, and there's this new field here. It's called the HR field. Okay, so anything that you want to appear on the Hmong report, you want to put a little checkbox here. And regardless if you put a checkbox here or not, it'll still come out on your full wedding portfolio report as well, and the other finance report as well. This checkbox is just to list it under the Hmong report, and I'll show you that real quick. If you go to the item field here, you'll see that you have a drop down box here now, and you have a lot of things on your list, and we broke it up into, for example, the first, and usually these categories they kind of go together. So for example, you have the first, you have second, you have third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and then you have some of these other options down here. Okay, so for example, this one I'm just gonna pick, let's say this one here. Okay, so this one is Gaiento Zilo. Okay, so it's $20. This amount here is just a recommended amount. Okay, you can put whatever cost it is. Okay, and these are all costs. So I'll go with the default, and I'll put in $20. Now, if you don't find what you want on this list here, same thing as before, you can still make your manual input in here. Okay, so if it's not on the list, you can manually type it in, what you need and what you want. Okay, so that drop down list just gives you some an idea of what's required for a traditional Hmong wedding. Okay, and these are all examples here. Okay, so if I tab over, you can still put in the company, reason, date, the status, if it's pending or completed. Let's say it is completed. Okay, so once you have that, make sure you have a check mark inside the box that says HR here. Okay, so you'll see that I have some here, and like for example, that giant pot right here, I don't need that to be on my Hmong report. So, and all these other ones I have, some of these other ones I have the check boxes, paper plates, drinks and stuff. I don't want that on my Hmong report. So okay, so after that, funds here, I don't want that on my HR report also. Okay, so we'll go to the finance print command, and you still have your blank finance sheet here, which you can print out and make manual inputs here, and then come back and make your inputs into the software later to help you track it. The standard finance report, which shows pretty much everything inside the finance tab here, is still here. You'll see all your items are listed on the right here. Okay, and you will still get your grand total here as well. Okay, the new report is called the Hmong Wedding Cost Listing Report. Okay, and this is just for the Hmong wedding. If you're doing a traditional Hmong wedding. Okay, so you can click on this option here, and this list is just all those items that have the check mark inside the HR box. Okay, so you'll see that all those items that have the check mark on the HR box there, the Hmong report, okay, they'll be listed here. Okay, and if I go to the last page here, it'll tally that for you. Okay, so just make sure if you want it to appear on the Hmong report, put a check mark inside the HR box there, so it'll be filtered and placed inside here. All other expenses and funds are not included in here or tally on this particular report here. Okay, this is just for items that you want to see for the Hmong wedding cost listing report. Okay, and once again, if you don't have the if you don't find the options on this list here, you can manually type in your own if you like. All these prices or costs that are suggested here are widely used. We just include it to give you an idea of how much each of these objects costs. These are all they're all costs that's going to be either given to the other family, or that family is going to give it back to you or somebody else. Okay, so I'll give you one more example here. I'll click on this option here. I'll pick up a new line here, new line item here. I'll put in my name, I'll put in the date. Oops, put in today's date. And let's go to the items tab here. And I'm gonna go down to, let's say, let me pick here. Let's say I'll give it to, let me see if I can find it here on this list here. Let's say Netanjua. Okay, so this is a cost. It's going to be given to Netanjua, and it's usually about $60. So we'll put 60 in there. Okay, so make sure you put the cost over here. It doesn't tally this. This right here just give you an example of how much it normally is. Okay, so for the Netanjua, it's $60. It's a cost. Okay, it's not a fund. It's a cost. Okay, and if I tab over, one more thing, you can always adjust it. If you put your mouse cursor right between these objects here, you can kind of drag it over and expand it as you need. Same thing if you want to go over here, you can kind of expand it and so you can see some of the objects. So for example, if I click here and I can't see the end of this right here, you can put your cursor here, drag it over a little bit, and you can scroll down. Now you can see it. Okay, so you can kind of adjust these as you like. You can always drag your mouse over to see the rest of the field here. Okay, so once I pick this, so this $60 right here is for Netanjua. Okay, so I'm going to put a little check mark here because I want this particular line item to appear on my Hmong report. Okay, so I'll tab over and I'll say the status of this is completed. Let's say we gave her $60 already. Okay, and then I will refresh my data here, and I'm going to click on Finance Print Command, and I'm going to click on that last report and generate that report. Okay, and if I tab over here, you see that. Let me find it here. Where is it at? Right here. Okay, the new line item right here. Okay, and it's $60, and then it gets tally. All the amounts gets tally on the last page here for you. Okay, so this report is just for the Hmong wedding cost listing report. Okay, so make sure you put a check mark inside that HR box, and it'll appear on this particular report when you generate it. And that would be it. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to send us an email or give us a call, and we'll try to help you out. Other than that, have fun. Thank you for attending the training.